This is the Scorecard, where you score the latest sports news and in-depth views. I'm Anton Roxas. On the Scorecard tonight, Converge head coach Delta Pineda urges patience with import Jalen Hudson after a 2-point performance as the FiberXers escape Terrafirma to stay unbeaten in the Governor's Cup. Baguio City pride Crimson Arradaza crowned the new Philippine 3x3x3 speedcubing champion as the country's fastest cubers battle for national supremacy in Iloilo. England eyes its first World Cup final in 60 years, but Lionel Messi and defending champion Argentina stand in the way in a blockbuster semifinal showdown. Charlie Suarez puts his unbeaten record on the line against Manuel Avila as the Filipino contender continues his chase for the WBO Junior Lightweight World title and a possible blockbuster fight with Vasil Lomachenko. All the headlines and more on the Scorecard tonight, the 15th of July. Now, here's our roundup brought to you by the Philippine Sports Commission, the Philippine Olympic Committee, and the NST-IAC. Converge head coach Delta Pineda is urging patience after import Jalen Hudson endured a rare offensive struggle in the FiberXers' narrow 105-103 win over Terrafirma. After leading Converge to victory in its season opener, Hudson was held to just 2 points as he struggled to find his rhythm against the Jeep. Pineda admitted his import wasn't able to provide his usual offensive production but believes it was simply one bad game rather than a cause for concern. But rather than overreacting, the Converge mentor said Hudson has already shown what he can do and deserves more time to adjust.
Bigyan pa ho natin pagkakataon. Last game naman ho, nag-perform na rin naman yung import natin. So maybe this game lang talagang siguro po nanibago.
Justin Arana delivered a conference-high 31 points and 10 rebounds, while Juan Gomez de Leaño added 19. Terrafirma erased a 16-point deficit and had a chance to force overtime, but Justin Baltazar came up with a crucial defensive stop, blocking Aljon Mariano's potential game-tying layup in the final seconds. Pineda said the close finish served as another reminder that no lead is safe in the PBA, especially against a determined Terrafirma squad.
If we're going to look at the stats, same naman po nung last game. But siguro talagang pagkalabang kami ng Terra, talagang ganado po sila talaga. We have a 16-point lead, di ba? Pero nahabol pa rin ho. But good thing nalampasan na ho namin yung sumpa with Terra.
Meanwhile, Pineda stressed that despite their perfect 2-0 start, there will be no room for complacency as the FiberXers prepare for their next assignment against the Macau Giant Pandas. Converge now turns its attention to winless Macau, with the FiberXers hoping Jalen Hudson regains his scoring touch as they aim to extend their unbeaten start in the Governor's Cup. Rodney Brondial made his presence felt on the court with a career performance for San Miguel. But off the hardwood, the veteran big man says his next big project will be on canvas. Here's Zeus Valdez with the story.
Fresh off one of the best games of his PBA career, San Miguel big man Rodney Brondial revealed that he is preparing for a different kind of debut, his first ever art exhibit. The veteran forward said he has been working on the project with former PBA star Mark Pingris, with the two hoping to stage an exhibit as early as October if they complete enough paintings. Brondial shared that drawings has been a passion since childhood, but it was only in recent years that he had the opportunity to seriously pursue painting.
Actually, hindi. Kasi, pero nung bata pa ako, mahilig talaga kasi ako mag-drawing yung sa mga art. Sabi ko nga, siguro ngayon lang ako nagkapera, kaya ngayon lang may pambili ng mga art materials eh. So, ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng opportunity na gawin yung mga ganyan.
The San Miguel big man also revealed that his artwork is deeply personal, with many of his paintings Inspired by the experiences and challenges he has faced throughout his life.
Mga personal experience sa buhay, doon ko lang binabato sa mga ginagawa kong paintings.
The announcement came just minutes after Brondial delivered a career-defining performance in San Miguel's 103-109 win over the Macau Giant Pandas. Filling in for the injured Jun Mar Fajardo, Brondial finished with 10 points on a perfect 5 of 5 shooting, pulled down a game-high 25 rebounds, handed out 7 assists, recorded 4 steals, and added a block to help the Beermen open their Governor's Cup campaign with a victory.
Hindi ako kumakanina. Wala ako lang lumibas sa mundo ng huli ko kasi wala si Jun Mar. So ready lang ako palagi kung ano lang yung opportunity na binibigay sa akin.
From dominating the paint to expressing himself through art, Rodney Brondial is proving that his talents extends well beyond the basketball court with his planned art exhibit set to showcase the personal stories behind every stroke of his brush. Reporting for the Scorecard, Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
San Miguel Beermen fans may not have to wait much longer for the return of their biggest star. Jun Mar Fajardo says he's recovering well from an elbow injury and is hopeful of returning to practice as the Beermen continue their quest to end a long Governor's Cup title drought. Here's Zeus Valdez once again with the story.
San Miguel superstar Jun Mar Fajardo could soon be back on the court after revealing that the elbow injury he suffered during his recent stretch with Gilas Pilipinas has continued to improve. The reigning PBA Most Valuable Player said the swelling has gone down and he is optimistic about rejoining the Beermen and practice in the coming days.
Magaling yung siko.
Fajardo missed San Miguel's Governor's Cup opener while continuing his recovery, but the Beermen still opened their campaign with an impressive 123-109 victory over the Macau Giant Pandas. The 9-time MVP said he is hopeful of rejoining team practices as soon as he continues to regain full strength.
Baka sali na ako sa practice next practice.
Fajardo was full of praise for his longtime teammate saying Brondial took advantage of the opportunity and helped keep the team system running smoothly.
Ganda nung nilaro ni Rodney ngayon. Lahat naman ng pinasok ni Coach Peter, gumawa naman lahat. Maganda yung takbo ng offense. Ayun, sana tuloy-tuloy.
With import George King scoring 30 points in his San Miguel debut, CJ Perez adding 21 and Jericho Cruz contributing 20. The Beermen showed they have the depth to win even without their franchise center. But Fajardo said the team remains focused on a bigger goal, ending its lengthy Governor's Cup championship drought.
Yan nga sinasabi nila coach sa namin sa mga practices namin. Kailangan namin mag-bounce back sa conference na to kasi nga sobrang tagal na namin hindi nakapag-champion sa Global Championship. Kaya makabawi yun.
With Jun Mar Fajardo closing in on a return and San Miguel already off to a winning start, the Beermen are hoping to have their full roster ready as they chase their first Governor's Cup title in years. Reporting for the Scorecard, Zeus Valdez, Bilyonaryo News Channel.
2 PVL teams are joining forces to carry the Philippine flag in Taiwan. Farm Fresh and Zeus Coffee will combine under the Strong Group Pilipinas banner for the 2026 Formosa Women's Volleyball Invitational Tournament from July 30 to August 2. The Filipino Spikers will face clubs and national selection teams from Chinese Taipei, Thailand, Vietnam, Japan, and Hong Kong. Reigning PVL season MVP Trisha Tubu leads the Farm Fresh contingent along with Ces Molina and Louis Romero. AC Minor, Samantha Nolasco, and Chloe Mondoñedo are among the Zeus Coffee players joining the squad. Farm Fresh head coach Koji Chuzurabara will call the shots, assisted by Zeus Coffee mentor Jerry Yee, Kung Fu Reyes, and Shaq De Los Santos. Chuzurabara believes the international tournament will test the players against different styles, building team chemistry and provide valuable experience ahead of the next PVL conference. England stands one victory away from ending a 60-year wait for a return to the World Cup final. The three Lions face defending champion Argentina in a blockbuster semifinal that revives one of football's most historic rivalries. England has reached two World Cup semifinals since winning the title in 1966 but failed to advance both times. Now, Thomas Tuchel's squad is looking to finally break through, led by Harry Kane and Jude Bellingham, who have combined for 12 of England's 13 goals in the tournament. But standing in their way is 39-year-old Lionel Messi, who remains the inspiration of an Argentina side chasing back-to-back World Cup titles. The winner will face Spain in Sunday's final, with England hoping to reach football's biggest match for the first time since 1966. The Minnesota Timberwolves have officially made their pitch to four-time NBA champion LeBron James, believing their talented young roster gives the future Hall of Famer his best opportunity to win another title. Speaking during the introductory press conference of newly acquired guard LaMelo Ball, Timberwolves president of basketball operations Tim Connolly said the team's success over the past few seasons should make Minnesota an attractive destination for any elite free agent. Minnesota believes its core of Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, Rudy Gobert, and Jaden McDaniels provides the perfect supporting cast for the NBA's all-time leading scorer. League sources say Minnesota is one of several teams pursuing James alongside Cleveland, Golden State, Philadelphia, and Miami. The Timberwolves have reportedly maintained regular communication with LeBron's agent Rich Paul as they look to strengthen a team that has reached the playoffs in 5 straight seasons. The franchise has also reached the Western Conference Finals twice in recent years, further strengthening its case as a championship contender. Grace Quintanilla held on to a slim lead in the women's division of the Singapore Open Amateur Championships. The Filipino golfer fired an even par 71, highlighted by a clutch late birdie to stay on top at 4 under 138. Quintanilla leads Hong Kong's Hei Tung Leong by just one stroke heading into the final 36 holes. Meantime, Rolando Bregente slipped from the men's lead after settling for a 1 under 70. The Filipino is now tied for second at 8 under 134, 3 shots behind Australian Max Moring, who stormed to the top with a spectacular 9 under 62. Charlie Suarez returns to the ring with his sights still firmly set on the WBO Junior Lightweight World title. The unbeaten Filipino contender faces Manuel Avila this Saturday in San Bernardino, California, with a victory expected to keep him in position for another shot at unified champion Emmanuel Navarrete. Suarez remains convinced he won their controversial May 2025 fight, which was later changed to a no contest after a disputed ruling over the cut suffered by Navarrete. The WBO's #1 contender even turned down the biggest purse of his career, prioritizing his world title dream over money. But with Navarrete possibly headed for a unification fight against Shaki Foster, another major opportunity could emerge. Former 3-division champion Vasil Lomachenko has also been linked to a possible fight against Suarez, with the winner potentially moving closer to a 3-belt world title showdown. A new king of Philippine speedcubing has been crowned. Baguio City pride Crimson Arradaza captured the national 3x3x3 title after posting an average of 5.99 seconds at the Philippine Speedcubing Championship in Iloilo City. Arradaza dethroned 2025 champion Leo Borromeo of Cebu, who finished third with 6.70 seconds. Ace Christian Wong provided the biggest surprise, taking second place with an average of 6.58 seconds. Borromeo, however, did not leave empty-handed, claiming gold in the 4x4x4 event. In the 2x2x2 finals, Aragon Martin Gonzalez survived a tight battle to win the title with an average of 1.87 seconds. Highly favored Juan Miguel Magallanes and James Certeza both finished at 1.98 seconds, with Magallanes taking second place by virtue of a faster single time. The clock event also produced a dramatic finish. Carl Liam Abarquez and Zian Principe both posted 4.30 seconds, but Abarquez claimed the championship with a faster single. Defending champion Zoe Principe settled for third at 4.41 seconds. Meantime, Big Cube's veteran Inigo Miguel Palisok emerged as the competition's only 3-gold winner, sweeping the 5x5x5, 6x6x6, and 7x7x7 events. The Philippine Speedcubing Championship was held last weekend at Robinson's Mall in Iloilo City, bringing together some of the country's fastest and best speedcubers. Up next, Spain is back in the World Cup final after a commanding 2-0 victory over France. But did the Spaniards prove that they have been the best team in the tournament all along? How did they shut down Kylian Mbappe and France's high-powered attack? And which between England and Argentina has what it takes to stop them? Football coach Aris Caslib breaks it all down when we return right here on The Scorecard. Welcome back to The Scorecard. Spain is through to the World Cup final after a commanding 2-0 victory over France. But how did Spain shut down Kylian Mbappe and one of the tournament's most dangerous attacks? And can anyone stop them from winning their first World Cup title since 2010? Joining us now to break it all down is football coach Aris Caslib. Coach Aris, welcome back to The Scorecard.
Hi, Anton. Good evening. It was a good match early this morning.
Yep.
And Spain proved that defending is one key factor to get success out of France.
I'm sure a lot of France fans and most of the world, 40% to be exact, who thought France was going to win the World Cup, very shocked right now. Di ko alam kung nakarecover na sila, but let's talk about Spain. So Spain came into the semifinal unbeaten in 36 matches, yet yun nga, many still saw France as the favorite. Did Spain's dominant victory finally prove that maybe, coach, they have been the best team in this World Cup all along?
We have to wait for July 20. And July 20, we will have a new World Cup champion in 2026. And to see Spain win on July 20 is rightfully deserving to be the best team in 2026. But definitely, whether it's England or Argentina, they will not just give it away for them. Especially if we're going to talk about Messi, who wants to end his career at the World Cup level by taking another championship.
That would be the best possible ending for Messi. Pero yun nga, he still has to get past Harry Kane in England. Sticking with this matchup between, of course, Spain and France, France entered the match with one of the most dangerous attacks in the tournament, but Kylian Mbappe and his teammates were almost completely shut down. Tactically, coach, how did Spain neutralize so much attacking firepower from France?
Yeah. Remember last night, we discussed that France was very strong with counter-attack. And that was the heart of how Spain addressed that. They tried to control the transition. Meaning to say, whenever Spain loses possession of the ball, if they can press early, they would press. That's the first thing that they would do. Second, if they are not successful pressing in front, they would try to have a lot of players drop down and cover their own goal. So meaning to say, you get to see immediately 7 to 8 players in front of their goal. And the last thing that they always do is they would always cover their back four in order to deny the defense splitting passes where counterattacks of France would always come. And those three factors were crucial for Spain winning against France.
Coach, let's talk about one of the stars, 19-year-old Lamine Yamal. Now, he hasn't been at his best throughout the tournament because of injury. He's only had one goal so far in the group stage, but he did play a major role for Spain in their breakthrough win against France. Are we now seeing him peak at exactly the right time?
We're hoping to see him play better in the finals. Was he really that outstanding against France? I would say he's 65 to 75 good right now. Imagine a 19-year-old player, a superstar in the making, who has played almost 50 matches before the World Cup. And that is too much for elite players. But he had the chance to score, but unfortunately he was offside. He was able to create chances, and he was able to give very good crucial passes to score goals. And these are the normal thing that Lamine Yamal has been doing before the World Cup. So is he at that level right now? Yes. But the problem is, sometimes us as spectators of the game, we expect so much also with Lamine Yamal. But hopefully we see more of him. Probably we're putting him early to that level of Messi. Probably we're putting him at that level with Mbappe. But let us all be reminded that Lamine Yamal is a 19-year-old future football star globally.
And it's crazy, Coach, to think na if ever maglaban si Lamine Yamal at si Lionel Messi in the finals, is 39 years old versus 19. That's a 20-year age gap. It's going to be crazy. But, Coach, let's talk about another player, si Rodri naman. He controlled the midfield and seemed to be everywhere when Spain needed him. How important was his performance in allowing Spain to dictate itong match and frustrate France?
One important word, Anton, that is leadership. And Rodri provided that. He was covering the back four in order to control the midfield and specifically controlling Olise of France. Second, he was denying all those passes. But let us also not discount the role of Cucurella. Whenever he goes up and down together with Poro, who scored the second goal for Spain. Remember, these are two side defenders of Spain who were really moving up and down, and who are very crucial because that is where Mbappe are stationed on both sides. So aside from Rodri, there are other players who played very well for Spain.
Coach, France, it's mind-blowing to think that they failed to register a shot on target until the 81st minute. Now, was that more about Spain's defensive excellence, or did Didier Deschamps get his tactics wrong?
The word is flexibility. Remember, in the first half, after the penalty was given to Spain, there was one brilliant chance for Mbappe. And that was the time a breakthrough pass was given to him on the left side. However, the goalkeeper of Spain, Unai Simon, stepped out of the box too far away from the goal, and he was able to challenge Mbappe. So the question there was the tactics of France wrong? It was not wrong. There was a chance. Unfortunately, it was stopped. There was a need to be flexible after Spain was leading, and when the second half started, they could have adjusted on the following aspects. One, they could have used the substitution early. They could have seen a lot of overlapping players on the side to assist Mbappe and Dembele to have more numbers. Why? Because Spain has more numbers. Then the last thing that they could have considered, instead of defending very high, they could have dropped a little. If they would drop a little in the midfield area, there will be more space behind the back four of Spain, which would allow Mbappe, Dembele, Olise to run behind the defenders. But those things were not done during the entire duration of the game. And if you will observe, in the last 10 minutes, there were frustration already. And it speaks highly on how tough also the French players are. Under tremendous pressure, they find difficulty to overcome it. Let's give credit to Spain for a wonderful game.
You know, Coach, this whole day I've been watching football analysis from analysts from different parts of the world, and the common thing that they all said was it doesn't matter if you have the stars like you mentioned, Dembele and Mbappe. If you do not have the support, you cannot come out victorious, and that's what we saw in this game against Spain. Now, speaking of Spain, Coach, one victory away from its first World Cup title since 2010. Now, after what we saw in this match against France, which between England and Argentina do you think are capable of stopping them?
There was one information we weren't able to discuss yesterday. In the historic rivalry between England and Argentina, England has more matches won over Argentina.
Ooh.
So this is one information that we were not able to research yesterday, but it came out. However, the time of Argentina right now is different. But then we cannot take away the momentum that England is having right now. So if we were able to watch a very good game early this morning, I think we have to sleep early and prepare for a very good game again tomorrow morning. And I think we will not be sad about the game because it will be another best game of the World Cup in 2026.
Coach, who are you feeling though? Before we end this show, who are you feeling? England or Argentina?
The sentimental position is to see Messi play for his last World Cup in the finals. But then a lot of people would say probably it's the time for England to step up and play in the finals. Let's see. We predicted France yesterday, but the result was different. So I just wanted to see a very good game tomorrow morning.
All right, so it's up in the air on that note with Coach Aris. Coach Aris, thank you so much for the expert analysis and joining us once again for our FIFA World Cup discussion here on the Scorecard.
Thank you very much, Anton.
Coach Aris Casliv with us here tonight on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. And with that, thank you for joining us as well. We'll see you again tomorrow on the Scorecard, where sports is our business and business is our sport, right here on the Bilyonaryo News Channel. This is Anton Roxas. Have a blessed evening, everybody, and good night.